What's up, guys? Welcome back to another video. In today's video, we're actually going to give you guys a tour of our facility. And by our facility, I mean TSKs and summer snakes. So, let's go ahead and take a look. Here at the front of our snake room is the green tree pythons, so otherwise known as chondros. And these green trees, anyway, little bit of background, they're from Indonesia, so all over. And they're arboreal and pretty much nocturnal. They like to be active at night. During the day, they just kind of hang around. So some of them are hanging around. And these are our males right here. We only have a few. We've cut the collection down a little bit. And then females along these other bigger cages. But probably one of our most well-known
take the glass down.
Males. This is Splash. And he's a calico. Which is just, anyway, it's a designer morph. Well, not really a morph, but I guess we could call it a morph. Anyway, Splash has been around for a long time. He's actually awesome, but he's kind of getting old, which is really sad. So that's a little scary. But we have a couple of his offspring, though, that we've held back. This is one of his sons, and he's super pretty. My mom hasn't really decided what to call him, but I nicknamed him the Pale Orc. Just because. Anyway, he's super cool. So, you know, he's one of my new favorites. And then this is a nice designer blue, which I'm pretty sure that he's partly from Arctic Blue's line, of the blue line stuff. So, unfortunately, Arctic Blue we don't have anymore, but we still have some of his offspring here that we're working with, so that's pretty neat. And these are some younger males. They just got moved up into these bigger cages, so they're really grumpy. That's why they're on the ground. But you can just ignore that, so. And then we have just a few females. These two are on the younger side. This is an older female that we have. We're trying to get her to produce this year. She's really pretty. But, yeah, anyway. Won't disturb them too much. Then we just have these other three over here. So, these two are the Arctic Blue daughters. And one of them produced last year, the other one we're trying to get produced this year. So we'll see how it goes. And then just, this is the Neo rack for them. It's empty right now. The other babies we did have last year are over here now. And there's some cool ones. So green tree pythons, all the babies are either yellow babies or red babies. And we always refer to these guys as Neos. So this was a red Neo. And anyway, and then this is what a yellow Neo would look like. But these guys are, you know, a few months old already, so some of them are already starting to go through their color change, which is kind of exciting. That's probably one of the funnest parts about the green tree pythons, is that they go through this massive color change because they're either yellow as a baby or red as a baby. But you don't see any red adults. And there are actually some yellow adults, but some of those are different lines and whatnot, like the canaries. And I don't really know all the other ones. So, anyways, so it's really fun when they start to go through their color change, and then you actually get to see how they turn out. And that usually, they're not done with their color change till they're probably like, I don't know, 4-ish maybe. Don't quote me on that. Not the total expert at these, but I do work with them some, so that's pretty exciting. The green trees are really fun. They just, I don't know. I don't handle them, so they just look cool, I guess. Anyway, oh, we just passed our incubator. You guys see this all the time, but here's the incubator. We'll be using this again this year, which will be great. And then this aisle right here is Mom's and Dad's Colubrid aisle. Well, it's the king snake aisle, basically. So over here we've got like our gray-banded kings, which we're actually breeding today. So some of them are just together right now. And these ones are specifically Christmas Mountain gray bands. kind of like the Christmas mountain gophers. Same location in Texas, but obviously these are gray-banded king snakes and not gopher snakes. They're both in the blue, it looks like, so they're not doing anything. And then we have some really cool Algama. They're super fun to work with. Pretty popular too in the Colubrid world. And that's like full grown. These guys stay kind of small, which is actually nice. So, and then we've just got like our California king snakes basically is what these 3 racks consist of. And there's different ones. We just have like some of our normal 50-50 kind of stuff, banded and whatnot. And oh, you guys might notice, I'll just explain really quick, that there's nail polish on some of these. Non-toxic, don't worry. It comes right off when they shed. It just, obviously, just sheds off with it. But anyway, we do that to track the males when we're breeding and stuff, so that if there's some that look really similar, kind of like these two, you could say like might look really similar if you don't know what you're looking at. But this is the girl and this is the boy. So anyways, a little bit of nail polish helps us track which one's which, so we're not, you know, taking the wrong snake out. But anyway, there's some of those. We got like some stripes, which are pretty neat looking. They're both in the blue too. Everybody's in the process of shedding since we took them out of brumation still. So a few of them have already shed, and a few of them, well, not a few, but a lot of them are actually in the blue right now, so that's right. Anyway, the rest are like some other double stripes, some white stripes. There's the desert albinos, which are pretty neat looking. So not just a normal albino, these ones are desert albinos, so they look very different. They're really cool. They got like this purple pinkish kind of hue to them, which is pretty neat. Anyway, that's pretty much it for like the Cow Kings. And then that's just one of their baby racks / a couple grow-ups. So that's pretty much this whole aisle. And then this is where the baby Colubrids go, like the king snakes and whatnot, after they hatch. So these are all empty right now, but wait a few months, they'll be full. And then the next aisle over is our baby aisle. So this is summer snakes, everybody. Anyway, we finally have things cleaned up, courtesy of actually my mom. So we just have a few babies left, pretty much just this group plus a couple over there that are still available, and I need to work on getting the rest of those up and posted. Thanks, Spencer. This is one of our grow-up racks, and so this is all these guys are, well, they'll be 2-year-olds this year, so, and they are starting to outgrow their cages big time, so I'm gonna have to start looking at moving them up a little bit. And I'm giving them all new water today. I cleaned them all yesterday, but couldn't get to watering them just yet. So this is just a nice hypo patternless. He's one of those really pretty ones. I think we've shown him once or twice, but oh, you're in the blue. It's a ghost, but there's something cooler we can look at. You're in the blue too. That's a nice flame holdback that we've had. So this is a red hypo still water line. I don't know what else. A couple of other things. I know we've shown some of them. And then this is our holdback rack from last year. Yeah, we've talked about that a number of times. Hey. Anyways, there's a lot going on in this rack, so there'll be a lot of cool stuff in a couple years. And then that's holdbacks from like there down too. We don't have to talk about it. Anyway, we come around the corner here and we've shifted a few things around. So this is our adult aisle for Pituophis. So this is pretty much all mine except for this last rack on the left. That's Mom's and Dad's Pituophis. And so that's theirs, but all these other ones are actually mine. Yay. So anyways, this is, I think we've gone over this for the most part before, but I've got most of my pines here, and then Sonorans there. Then I got some San Diego gophers, and then bull snakes all the way down. And then over here is like miscellaneous younger stuff, basically, that we've just recently moved up. And so we've got just more happening. But these guys, you can see, I don't know if you'll notice, all these tags everywhere. We're also breeding today for our stuff. So there's a number of things that are together right now. Feel free to sneak a quick peek. these are the Kentucky pines, which, hey guys, why aren't you doing anything? Come on. It's early. It's fine. It is still really early. It's only March 5th, so typically I usually start seeing them breed like within the second to third week in March is when things really kind of start to like speed up and we start seeing confirmations and whatnot. So we'll see. Jan and I were kind of looking like they might do something, so they might be the first ones this year. We'll find out. But I don't know. We really need to look at any more. I think we're good. We're doing another video on that. Alright, and then at the back of the room, this is all of the ball pythons. So obviously what TSK is best known for is our ball pythons. And we have our male rack situated at the front, which makes sense to us. And then this whole aisle is females. And it used to be full, but we have since also cut down this collection a little bit. We're just wanting to focus more in on specific projects now and not really go for mass production, essentially. So, we've cut it down, but we've still got a lot of the popular stuff. We got a lot of clowns still, and then piebalds. We have, you know, the lavender albinos, the axanthics, TSK axanthic, of course. And then some other cool projects that we're hoping to prove out some other new stuff. For us anyway, which would be exciting. But we've got quite a few still. All these green tags you see everywhere. That's everybody we're trying to, well, that's everybody being paired up to breed and hopefully produce for us. There's a few exciting ones. And I don't really know what to show, honestly. This is one of our younger axanthic females. This is from the Batman project. Well, axanthic Batman, actually. So, this, hopefully, if everything goes well, will actually produce some axanthic Batmans. So all we're missing here is just a visual clown. So, maybe. We're breeding her to an axanthic clown. So she's a het clown. They're both axanthics. So we'll get axanthic clowns, and then we'll see what odds we hit for like the spot nose and leopard, of course. But pretty excited about that. And then we've got some really great lavender albino projects that are happening. The dreamsicle is something that we are working towards. And we might actually produce this year, which the dreamsicle is a lavender albino pied. And they are actually really, really cool. So it's one of the things I've been chasing for a couple years. And we're definitely behind the times, but we're getting there. So we'll see how that goes. Got some other just random projects, honestly. Some of this is like the project stuff that we haven't really talked much about, but may or may not be a new morph. Well, it is definitely a new morph, but it's not something that TSK has really talked much about, so I won't say much about it yet either. This is the pied rack, and we're going for different pied combos, I guess. Lots of orange dream stuff. Our pied clowns should be going pretty good this year, so we'll produce, you know, some different combos of pied clowns and whatnot, and that's always exciting. We've got some nice grow-ups that are happening. I think this girl is one of my favorite grow-ups right now. Pretty cool. She's like a paradox pied almost. So she's a blackhead, but like you can see that this is like a section of like normal blackhead, which is pretty funny. So, but she's super cool. I'm excited for her to keep growing up. But yeah, she's a blackhead pied, and there was something else too, I thought. Oh no, it was possible hats, but we did testing and turns out she's just blackhead pied. So anyways, and then this is the clown rack, which there's lots of exciting stuff that we're hopefully going to be producing out of the clown rack this year. At least for me, I'm hoping we can get a few more cool things out of it. This girl, obviously, I'm really excited about. This is from the Pompeii project, and she's a big girl, but she should be producing this year. And when I say het Pompeii, she's got like everything except for visual clown. She's just het clown, but she's also fire. So we're breeding her to a visual clown, and we'll see if we can't hit those 5 genes in the Pompeii and hopefully actually produce our first fully visual Pompeii. We've produced clowns that are really close to the Pompeii, but just like one off, because hitting all 5 in one, man, that's actually really, really hard. So, but we've got some other cool stuff that'll happen. Got stranger clowns going on. You know, the red stripe stuff, of course, is involved. We've got desert ghosts that I'm trying so hard to get to work out this year, so hopefully that works out. And there was one other big exciting thing, but can't think of what it is right now. So anyways, and so that's the adult aisle. And then over here, this one, well, these two black racks, this is usually just grow up stuff for us until these guys are ready to get bumped up into the bigger cages. And then this is the baby aisle. So this is pretty much all the space we need right now for our baby ball pythons. And these are the grow-ups. So those are the holdbacks. So just so you know, I'm not the only one that holds back multiple, alright? Okay, funny story is I actually picked all these holdbacks, so maybe it's a me problem. But I did get Mom's approval on most of these so far. You guys should actually see this one. I actually have to water these guys, so they're probably out of water. But anyway, check out this axanthic here. I'll just pull her out really quick. That way we can kind of get a good look. So this is our line of axanthic, but we've always had this line that's like really, really dark, kind of like black axanthic kind of stuff, which black axanthic was proved out to be TSK axanthic, or they were compatible or whatever it was. But anyway, this snake is turning so dark and she is so cool. So this is definitely a holdback for our axanthic stuff. She is a leopard Mojave axanthic, and then is a possible het clown, so we'll see where that might take us. But the fact that she's turning so dark, all this like pigment in like her light, you know, saddles and whatnot was not there when she hatched. It has all just recently started changing and developing, which is just really cool. Super exciting. I think that this is actually my mom's favorite right now for the holdbacks. So there are a couple really pretty ones. This one's really cool, but he's like mean, so I don't even know if I can really pull him out unless, you know, I want to get tagged. But this guy's super cool. So this is also from the Pompeii project, but this has special involved, and he is just like super cool. He's got all this like white coming through because of the special, but his nose, look at that, is white. Isn't that so cute? Anyways, I think he's cute, if snakes are cute. So yeah, he's from like the Pompeii project with special added in, which is like definitely leveling that project up, which is really cool. So I'm excited about that. There's a couple other cool projects too, but anyways, that's pretty much the whole room. And I mean, we're back at the back now, so there's really not a whole lot else to see back here, but that's pretty much the whole facility in terms of the snake room. Obviously, there's like the big incubator that we've shown before, and then like the offices and whatnot, but that's the boring stuff. So you saw all the cool stuff. But anyways, that's it for today's video. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Make sure you guys like and subscribe, and we'll see you next time.